Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, this is DragonStar Productions, and we're back here with another video, and we're going to be talking about Goten and Trunks, and how much of a disappointment these two were in Dragon Ball Super. Well, not really. We're going to be talking about how they were a disappointment. We're going to be talking about how to make them better, how to reboot their characters, because these two half-breeds have great potential. And half-breeds were shown to have great potential very early on in Dragon Ball. This was shown in the very early days of when Goku was first introduced to being a Saiyan when Raditz came. And then in the early, like I said, when Raditz came, he was able to notice Gohan's great potential, a reason why he took him to help with Vegeta and Nappa to train him to replace Kakarot, to replace Goku in that mission. And then we've also seen Piccolo, Vegeta, and even Frieza was shocked to see how much of the half-breed powers that Gohan had. However, when Trunks and Goten were born, Goku and Vegeta has already surpassed the limits that they had way back when Gohan was born. These two were born after, the Cell Saga. Goku and Vegeta were both able to unlock the Super Saiyan 2 form. So these kids are 10 times, or have the potential to be 10 times more powerful than Gohan. And then not only this, but during the training, Goten also became the youngest Super Saiyan, and not much older, Trunks followed behind, training with Vegeta in the time chamber. And then these two show the incredible amount of power when they show fusion. We rarely even get to see the fusion in Dragon Ball Super. Yet, although besides that these two have never had a highlight moment, unless you count Bio Broly, they've never had a highlight moment to themselves. Even in young Son Goku and his friends, when Abo and Kato come, Trunks and Goten have a chance to do something, but then they quickly get shut down once the two fuse together. As if the Goten and Trunks couldn't fuse together and stop him. As if this couldn't happen. Dragon Ball Super lacked Goten and Trunks. They really did. They don't have even the slightest bit of character. All they want to do is play, run around, and mess around. And you would think with having their dads be such extreme fighters, and growing up and watching that, and having Chi-Chi not be as strong on Goten as she was with Gohan in the original Dragon Ball, but now all of a sudden Super, it's about school, like how when Zamasu came down and all this, and Goten had to go and study? No, it doesn't make any sense of why Dragon Ball Super is deciding to take that route. So in this reboot that takes place in Dragon Ball Super, we're going to be beginning with Beerus coming to Earth for the Super Saiyan God. Right here is the very first change in the story, because we have Teen Goten and Trunks. And besides this, the biggest change is Trunks and Goten have no care in play, but in training and getting stronger like their fathers. When Pilaf tries to get the Dragon Balls, he's kicked out, who also grew along with Mai. Trunks kicks him out after going inside to check out the prizes after his mother has asked him to. Nothing changes, however. Goku does do the ritual to fight Beerus, but before, when Beerus slaps Bulma, Vegeta charges with rage. But this also pushes Trunks to a Super Saiyan 2, who charges beside the father. Although the father-son duo did get more hits, it also failed. Quite quickly, actually, once Beerus just used a small bit more of his power. Both being smacked to the ground, Trunks on the verge of death, barely breathing. Krillin rushes over to hand him a senzu bean while Goten starts to get raged. His hair turns Super Saiyan. Then Goten lets off a huge 8 scream. Goten pushes into similar to a rage form as what we've seen Trunks do in the fight with Goku Black Zamasu merge. Then Goten flies into the sky. Chi-Chi and Goten are screaming at Goten, telling him not to go alone, and Gohan darts as well, but had the same result as Vegeta and Trunks. And then, as normal, Goku becomes the Super Saiyan God. Then, after Goku becomes the Super Saiyan God, we have the normal fight, the normal outcome, and nothing changes after that. Next, we have Goten and Trunks. Alright, then we have Goten and Trunks in the Golden Frieza Saga. In this, really the same thing plays out. You just have Trunks and Goten actually participating in the fighting when Frieza arrives on Earth. But Gohan decides to train with Piccolo after this, realizing that his skills are weak. However, so does the older Goten and Trunks. In this training, Gohan unlocks his ultimate form, and Gohan and Trunks were both able to master their Super Saiyan 2 forms, which they've recently got against the rage that they had against Beerus. The Universe 6 tournament also goes very similar. Goku telling Goten and Vegeta telling Trunks that they need to keep training and focusing. This creates a tiny shift in the story. This just makes Goten and Trunks want it more. They just fight each other and sparring all while the tournament plays out as normal. Copy Vegeta then plays out as normal. The Goku Black arc as well. The boys training with future Trunks as well as Gohan. Nothing really changes. Goku Black arc is still the same. You gotta remember, these two aren't main characters. They're still only side characters and only gonna have side missions to do. But however, the Tournament of Power changes a good bit. Due to the fact that the entry of Goten and Trunks, the new Universe 17 being Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Goten, Trunks, Android 18, Android 17, and Frieza after Boo falls asleep. Roshi and Tien in this haps won't be in the Tournament of Power because Tien decided that he couldn't leave his dojo after being attacked again. And then Roshi couldn't get over his weakness of the women, or at least we're gonna say in this hap. So, before the Tournament of Power, Roshi is upset that he couldn't master all of his skills, wished to be in the Tournament of Power. So, he decides to teach Goten and Trunks before the Tournament of Power. All the training does for the boys is that it makes them stronger. They're able to learn more of Master Roshi's knowledge. They're able to gain and doesn't take the Tournament of Power as a joke as if they would in the original Dragon Ball Super timeline. The two Super Saiyan forms match the strength of their Gotenks fusion in the Buu sagas by this point easily. And with the knowledge that they've now gained from Master Roshi, the Tournament of Power have two much older and wiser competitors. Even though it's not Tien and Master Roshi, they do have two stronger competitors in there that now gain a little bit more knowledge of what they used to have. And that doesn't include what they've already learned from their fathers and the other people. Alright, and the exhibition plays out the same, of course. And in the Tournament of Power, this is where we start. Goten and Trunks try to stay with Gohan and Piccolo for as long as possible, until the Fighting Saiyan blood kicks in and they both dart off in opposite directions. You see, I feel like the opposite directions thing is key because they're going separate paths. They're not going to sit there and fuse right off the bat and go straight for the strongest fighter. And I think that's a good thing. I think that these two separating each other will bring deeper character development in the both of them. Jiram from Universe 10 thinks that he can get the upper hand on Goten due to being smaller than him. However, without powering to his Super Saiyan form, Goten fights Jiram until a Kamehameha and a Destructo Diff from Krillin. Goten knocks him out. Yes, I'm not going into super detailed on the fights because this is only a reboot, not a what if. If you would like me to go back in and create a what if, I wouldn't be against it, but I would need to know in this poll right here if there would be a good reason why I should make the what if video of Goten and Trunks growing up in Dragon Ball Super. However, then Preacher rushes up to Goten. Goten starts to dodge the attacks until he has no other option to power up. Goten slides on the Preacher to blast him in the back. It comes out the Trunks blast as well. The two charge up and blast a Kamehameha behind a big tree cranny. The two quickly separate so that they aren't jumped due to their power. Kawe, Universe 4, tried to seduce Trunks, which worked until Vegeta flew over and slapped his son, knocking him out of his daze. Then he starts to shoot his father's blast, the final flash at Kawe, eliminating her right after it comes. Sooner, Universe 4's Dokori, she starts to get the upper hand on Trunks, but then Super Saiyan Goten comes flying, kicking Dokori back off of Trunks. Trunks then drops a jar on the ground. Trunks begins to wave his arm. Goten then leaps up and kicks Dokori. Trunks then hits the evil containment wave once taught by Master Roshi in the training before the Tournament of Power. Ganos then jumps down and challenges Trunks to a fight. Trunks agrees and rushes at Ganos. The two fight, going blow for blow until Ganos starts to gain space. He starts getting more and more punches to the gut. Trunks powers up to Super Saiyan 2. Ganos not impressed by the blast of that Trunks, just for him to block it with his hand. Ganos then smacked to the ground. Ganos gets up and powers up as well. The fight becomes even again. Trunks eventually beats by the strength of Ganos and gets beat across the stage. Goten then rushes down once again. Trunks falls out of Super Saiyan 2. Ganos now fighting a non-tired Goten. A Goten Super Saiyan 2 starts to build up the upper hand. After so long, Goten powers down to Super Saiyan. This just makes Ganos angry. Ganos charges at Goten, however, Trunks jumps up. Solar Flare! This blinds Ganos. Goten and Trunks uses the fusion technique. Goten then slides over to Ganos, kicking him in the head following two punches in the gut. The fusion powers up to Super Saiyan. Goten then uses an axe handle and smashes Goten's head into the ground, creating a massive crater, and then using their volleyball attack technique to simply knocking Ganos right off the edge. And then all of a sudden, shoots of beams are going off. A sniper appears. Cheetah goes over to Trunks and Goten as well as Goku. The talk is about how they've fused. Vegeta and Goku carrying on the fighting Prum, Goten then rushes towards the sniper with his eyes closed. The sniper continues to shoot, but Goten starts to miss the attacks by focusing on the heat approaching his face, much as we've seen Goten do in the past. He gets right on Hermula. Hermula then tries to shoot, but Goten dodges again. He uses the Galactic Donut attack, then it grabs a hold of Hermia, breaking his sniper arms. Hermia then uses the move to break off of the side of the stage. Goten begins to fall off the stage, but poof! The two separated. Goten lucky enough to land on the stage. However, in doing this, Goten is enraged, instantly powers up to Super Saiyan 2 and kicks Hermelia's weak body close to the ground, close to the edge, and blast him with a super Kamehameha, almost killing him, but not quite. Goten then quickly flies over with Gohan, but before he could, he gets caught by Frost. Frost then grabs Goten's legs with his tail. Frost throws Goten straight to the ground. Frost starts kicking him in the gut. He just starts yelling at Goten for looking like his father Goku. Goku, to drain the fight, is getting manhandled by Frost. Frost starts shooting Kai Blast at Goten. Goten on his back starts shooting what energy he has left in the Kai Blast just to blow up the ones that Frost is shooting. Goten then slowly remembers. He slowly puts two fingers on his hand. Goten uses the instant transmission. Goten meets up with Gohan, and then when Frieza begins to prove his alliance to Frost, he attacks Gohan. Goten, pissed, starts off to rush over to help Gohan when Frost jumps in and sends a death beam, then a multiple more, causing Goten to fall to the ground. Goten tries to get back up, but Frost shoots another death beam, causing him to fall backwards off the stage, getting eliminated. Alright, you guys, that has been the video. Because once Goten and Trunks are eliminated, the Tournament of Power ends, and there is no video evidence of what is going to happen next in Dragon Ball Super. So before doing so, I cannot add any more to this video, like I said, unless you would like me to break it down and make an actual what if of this video. But anyway, you guys, this has been DragonStar Productions, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and put on that bell notification for more alerts of any videos or content coming out anytime in the next month, or the next week, or the next year, or anything like that, because the bell notification will alert you anytime I upload or post. Alright guys, DragonStar Productions, out.